Do you know that some buying agents don't find out that there's an offer on a property and it's sold conditional until it's way too late? Believe it or not, it's happening over and over again in this market. And sellers don't realize that, some of your agents aren't doing a good job of communicating to other agents that showed your property that there's an offer on the table. And how does that help you? How does that hurt you as a seller? Well, think about it. This happened to me twice this past week. I showed a property. One of my clients was really interested in one of the properties. The other one, they were kind of lukewarm about it. But regardless, it happened on both properties. My one client that was interested in the property, we talked to our mortgage broker. I sent them the MLS. We were trying to figure out finance so we can give a cleaner offer, maybe no condition of financing. But by the time that we already submitted the documents to the mortgage broker, we found out the home was sold conditional. There was no communication to any of us, any of the agents that showed the property, that there was an offer on the table. So think about that. How does that hurt you? Well, my guys were interested. We would have put an offer on the table. You would have had competing offers. And what happens is, if you have more than one offer, chances are you're going to get more money in your pocket. But because both of those agents didn't communicate to us, we had no idea. So they were just telling their clients, oh, we have this offer, maybe let's work with this one offer, instead of having two buyer agents competing and forcing the price up. Guys, when you're hiring agents, make sure that you know what their communication style is like. What happens when an offer gets registered? How are you letting other people know that they have an offer? These are critical questions that every single agent should be doing in this market. No, it is not illegal to not communicate to the other agents that show the property that there's an offer on the table, unless you submit an offer. If there is offers on the table, anybody who submitted an offer needs to know how many offers they're competing against. But it's just good practice. Make sure your agent is doing good practice and communicating with all agents that have showed your property.